Hi, all. Welcome to your virtual session on stress. Today, you'll learn all about stress and how to manage it to improve your daily well being. Let's start off with a quick introduction and roadmap. My name is Wilma Tarones, and I'm the founder of Life Stages, and I will be the facilitator for today's virtual session. I have over 10 years of experience in education, specifically experiential education, and over 4 years of experience in clinical, mental, and behavioral health practice and research. I'm excited to dive into the fundamentals of stress and stress management with you today. We'll begin by defining some key terms, including the term stress itself and its causes, followed by identifying common bodily cues as well as our own stress cues. Then we'll discuss some practical stress reduction and management tools before engaging in one ourselves for practice. Finally, we'll close with an overview of what we learned today, as well as a direction for further online resources. To begin, let's define some fundamentals, including the term stress itself. What is stress? Stress is our emotional and physical reaction to challenging, difficult, unknown/ unsettling situations, events, persons, or things, whether real or hypothetical. What do I mean by hypothetical? As humans, we can sometimes get stuck in negative thinking patterns and loops and stress ourselves out through imagined or hypothetical worst case scenarios. These hypotheticals or what ifs can cause stress even if they have not yet or perhaps will never occur. Have you experienced stress before? When was the last time you experienced stress? What type of stress was it? What was the cause? Most, if not all, have experienced stress at any one point in our lives and will continue to experience stress throughout our lifetimes. Although, generally speaking, stress is understood as a negative thing, it is not inherently good or bad. Rather, it's the intensity and frequency of the perceived stress, along with the effectiveness of our coping strategies that we have in our toolbox that will inform the type of stress that we're experiencing. There are three main types of stress. These include positive, tolerable, and toxic stress. Positive stress is temporary and mild activation of the stress response system and can help build physiological and psychological resilience towards future stress. Tolerable stress is the unusual and moderate activation of the stress response system. These can lead to ongoing stress and complications, but with the proper support system and coping strategies, these negative effects can be mitigated. Toxic stress, however, is prolonged or excessive activation of the stress response system and tends to lead to increased physical, mental, and behavioral health risks. Stress can be triggered or activated by stressors. Stressors are specific people, events, actions, or reminders that bring about feelings of stress. Here are some common examples of positive, tolerable, and toxic stressors. Some common examples of positive stress include sports, tight but achievable deadlines, and getting outside of your comfort zone. Tolerable stress can include losing a job or surviving an environmental disaster. Toxic stress can include abuse, incarceration, intense household dysfunction, and much more. Take a moment to review the types of stressors for each category and enter what your most common stressor is that you're currently experiencing in your lifetime. Now that we know a bit about stress and stressors, let's see how individuals typically tend to react to stress. We have immediate bodily cues at the top, and these include things such as shallow breathing, tightening of the chest, rapid heartbeats, and maybe even panic attacks. Some longer term symptoms of stress include chronic aches and pains, high blood pressure, and even behavioral and mental health concerns such as substance abuse and depression or anxiety. In the next section, we'll work on identifying our own bodily cues to help you notice moments of high stress and allow you to engage in tools to manage and reduce it. The steps we have are number one, slowing down. Number two, identifying your activated body parts. And finally, number three, engaging with a stress reduction technique. We're going to engage with these steps together. First, I want you to close your eyes and imagine a moment of high stress. Think about the situation and really focus on the details. Why were you stressed? Who was involved? Where did this happen? When did this happen? What were you feeling in the moment? Were you feeling scared, pressured, anxious, overwhelmed? Try to envision and embody that moment of high stress and those feelings that accompanied it. Now that we're engulfed in this stressful moment, let's begin by identifying our bodily cues by slowing down. In moments of high stress, you will want to remind yourself that you are safe. Maybe even reminding yourself that the stressor is temporary, as are most things in life, and that the only thing to do in this moment is to simply be. Slowly, you will engage with step 2, identifying your activated body parts. This is both physical and mental activation. What parts of your body seem tense, uncomfortable, tight, or otherwise negatively impacted? What about your thoughts, feelings, or emotions? What's coming up for you there? After we have slowed down and identified our activated bodily state, we can then engage with the stress management or stress reduction tool. Step 3. Feel free to open your eyes if you still have them closed. One of these stress management and reduction tools we can use on an everyday basis is mindfulness. Mindfulness is comprised of a variety of techniques and tools to help you slow down, tune into the present moment, and connect with your senses to help you achieve a state of peace and stillness in your mind and body. Examples of mindfulness include meditation, breathing techniques, body attunement such as progressive muscle relaxation, aromatherapy, and many more. Another stress reduction technique is redirecting your energy and attention, or energy redirection. These are techniques and tools that allow you to redirect the stressful energy that you're carrying into healthier outlets. Mindfulness definitely falls under this category, as does working out, stretching, yoga, arts and crafts, journaling, talk therapy, and even socializing with others. I really enjoy working out and journaling to manage my stress. What about you? What are your favorite ways of reducing and managing stress? Any that are not on the slide? I invite you to take a moment to challenge yourself and choose a stress management tool to engage with during the next time you're feeling stressed. Well, folks, we're reaching the end of this session. Let's summarize what we've learned so far. We've learned what stress and stressors are. We've covered the types of stress and how stress can actually be beneficial if it's not chronic and if we have the right tools and resources to manage it. We dove into what typical body cues look like and how to identify your own body cues for stress. Finally, we've reviewed some practical and easily integratable tools to reduce and manage stress in your everyday. Well, we have covered a lot. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot throughout this session. I really appreciate all the time and energy and enthusiasm you brought to today's session, and that you're able to take some of these tips, tools, and knowledge with you to help manage your everyday stress. I also invite you to check out our research page on the Life Stages website at www.lifestages.us/knowledge and on our online community and education platform, Inner Sanctum. You can head to www.innersanctum.lifestages.us for more wellness tips and resources. Thanks again for joining. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. And again, take some of these tips and tools with you for everyday stress management. Until next time, bye-bye.